Great.
Hello everyone, John Donnelly is my name from your Holistic Academy, and a very special guest with me today in studio, Sharon McNulty from Serenity Sparks Joy. How are you doing today, Sharon?
John, I'm doing great. Thank you so much. And thank you for having me on. I really appreciate that.
Great, thank you, Sharon. Really interested in the whole concept of Serenity Sparks Joy. How did you come up with that concept, Sharon?
I suppose for me, I was a busy mummy, like a lot of people. I had 3 small children, and they were steps and stairs, and life was just busy. And I wanted to create serenity in my home. At one stage, I had so much stuff, I just didn't know how to manage it. And whenever I would be looking for things, I couldn't find it, and I would have to end up buying it again. And so that was important for me. Whenever I undertook this journey myself, I wanted serenity in my home. And for me, serenity brought me joy. Therefore, it sparks joy. So that's how I came up with the name.
So how often or how much time do people spend every day searching for stuff in their home and not able to find it, Sharon?
It seemed to be forever for me. It was always whenever the children were just about to go out through the door in the morning and they'd say, Mum, do you remember that piece of paper you have or that you need signed? And I'd think, oh, where is it? So there'd be a grapple to get to the bottom of the bag. Or the research actually shows that we spend 40 minutes every day searching for items, and paperwork is the majority of that. So that's your passport, your driving license. There's a bill to be paid. You just can't quite find it. Yeah. 40 minutes a day on average. That's a lot of time. It adds up.
That's a lot of time. So you're saving people that time by getting themselves organized, Sharon. Yeah.
And essentially that's what it is. Also, whenever we're talking about the number 40, whenever you have your home decluttered and organized, you reduce the amount of time that you spend cleaning by 40% as well.
Oh, wow.
Wow. That was a given for me. That was brilliant.
That's huge. I mean, that's huge.
Whenever you look at it, whenever you think about it, you don't have to keep lifting things out of the way in order to clean around it. Yes. So it's streamlined, the cleaning that you have to do, the organizing you do, and you know where everything is. And I think that's the important thing.
Yeah.
You know what you have, where it is, and it's easy to keep tidy.
Yeah, fantastic. So tell me a bit about the method. It's the KonMari. You're a KonMari consultant, Sharon. Tell me a little bit about that. Yeah.
That's right, John. As I say, I undertook this myself about 6 years ago, and I had read Marie Kondo. Marie's book was called The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, and she is a Japanese tidying expert, and she had said that if you tidy your home the way she explains to do so, you'll only ever have to do it once in your life. Well, for me, that was the selling point. I wasn't entirely convinced that it would work, but I knew that I was at a stage where I needed a change. I did it. Now, I read the book in one day, actually. It was fabulous. I couldn't put it down. And I undertook it myself. It took me about 5 months part-time. I'm still working. And this is the important bit, John. The clutter doesn't appear overnight, so it won't disappear overnight. Yeah. So whenever we are doing it in its entirety. So we're not skirting around things. Normally we would tidy room by room or cupboard by cupboard. And while that's good, it doesn't last. We just have to look at our results to show that it doesn't last. The way we do it in the KonMari method is we tidy category by category. And it's only by doing that you realize how much of each stuff you have. Yeah. So whenever you gather all your clothes, and a lot of the times, because we have emotion attached to that stuff, a lot of times we don't really want to organize it because we know deep down that we have to deal with emotion before we can let the item go. And so it's easier to keep it. It's easier to put it in the back of the cupboard and say, I'll sort it out someday. Also, a lot of us feel that we'll keep something just in case it, or just in case somebody down the street needs it. Or really, what's the chances? Generally, we will never need it, but it's the just in case that stops us from letting things go. So by doing it category by category, you actually see that you will always have enough of something. You'll always have enough. So it's fascinating, John, the way that we would tidy.
Yeah, fantastic, Sharon. That brings me to the sort of the whole mindset around this, because it's almost like the same for your own mind. I mean, if you've got clutter in your own mind, it's almost the same thing, isn't it? It's like you don't have space for new stuff, for more joy in your life. You've got too much you're holding on to, yeah.
That is so true. And in fact, I was listening to Pat Slattery last Wednesday, and he was saying that people who are successful tend not to multitask. And that's exactly what clutter is. Whenever we are sitting in the midst a cluttered room, our brain has to try to multitask because it can't, I suppose, turn some things off. So whatever we're doing, we're not going to be as productive. And research again has shown that whenever we're sitting amidst clutter, the stress hormone cortisol is raised. Now that's the one that would years and years ago that would have we would have escaped from the saber-toothed tiger. Now we don't need to do that now, but we do need a wee bit of cortisol in our body from during the day, but we don't need those high levels that I suppose our bodies then turn into dis-ease and then further on disease. So it's a lowering our immune system. It's just not good for us, that high level of stress. Just isn't.
Yeah. Fantastic, Sharon. So tell me a little bit more about how you work with your clients. You've also obviously with the lockdown, it's difficult, is it, to connect with people?
Well, John, I thought whenever lockdown came, I thought, right, okay, I'll have to park that and take it up whenever I can get back into homes and businesses. However, I have to say, this is so fabulously done over Zoom. Well, you can do it over WhatsApp, Zoom, or whatever. I choose Zoom because it's something I'm used to. So successful. In fact, so successful that I can tell where they left the roll of black bin bags at the start of the session. I can tell them that it's in behind their left foot, behind the rubbish bin. They are fascinated. But what all they need is a good internet connection and to set me somewhere where I can see the majority of the room. And that's all they need to do. And then they can just get on with it. I have tidied now with people from all over Ireland, the UK, the mainland, and further afield. And in fact, some of the clients that I have, I don't even know where they live within the UK. It's amazing. Whereas before this, I had to get into my car and drive and my tape, but this has turned out so well.
Fantastic, Sharon. So it's just opened up opportunity for you. And again, that's like you had that sort of mindset. Well, yeah, listen, let's find a solution to this and let's figure out how we do this. And so virtual tidying, is that what you call it?
Virtual tidying. And now more than ever, John, this is what people need, because especially during lockdown, people are in their homes a lot more. They're surrounded by clutter and they're stressed anyway because of the restrictions. They're worried about their health. So this is something they can take control of. They mightn't have control over a lot of things, but they absolutely have control over their own environment. And this is the beauty of it. It's empowering them to be able to take back a wee bit of control of their home, streamline it and organise it. And I suppose the beauty of this too is I'm helping a lot of businesses now who have never worked from home before and now are maybe working from the kitchen table and not really managing it effectively. So it's just putting structure and in place and helping them organise it so that it flows, that it works.
Yeah. So I mean, even from a corporate point of view, I mean, the productivity levels, Sharon. I mean, straight away. I mean, people's the organization of their workspace, their home workspace, that's a huge area.
Oh my goodness, that's so true. Generally, what I do is I do a workshop for the company first of all, and all their employees attend that workshop. I can do it in 1, 2, or 3 workshops, depending on how many they have, and then I do a one-to-one virtual consultation with each client or each employee. And that is brilliant. It only lasts 45 minutes. And what I do is I go around their entire workspace where they're going to have their home office. And I do an itemized plan for them so that we can work on safely, effectively, and as you say, productively. This is the most important thing for businesses, that their employees' well-being are thought of, as well as productivity thought of. So that's the beauty of it. It works beautifully.
Yeah, fantastic, Sharon. I mean, your website is Serenity Sparks Joy, but you've also got another website, Education by Sharon McNulty. Yeah. So,
That's
like, you're not just an organizer; you're an educator.
Yes, John. There's too many homes and businesses in the country for me to be able to manage on my own. I do have an amazing team around me, but what I wanted to do as well, especially during lockdown, I thought there's a lot of people there that just need out of the overwhelm. They don't particularly need me in their homes. So I created an automated course. It's 4 modules, and this is getting them past that, I suppose, stuck feeling that they have. It's not decluttering their whole home, but it is getting them started. And you tend to find once they get started, then they want then to continue on because they love that feeling, that a wee bit calmer, a wee bit more organized and less stressed. So that's where Education by Sharon McNulty website, people can buy the course there.
Yeah, so I mean, for people who are maybe not fully committed starting off, they can sort of test it out, even, Sharon, and try out your systems, and then see if it works for them.
Isn't that the beauty of it? And it's lifelong access. So whenever they buy it, they have it forever. Because I know life happens. You know, we all start off on something, we think, right, I'm going gung-ho with this, I'm going to get it. And then something happens and it sort of knocks us off track. So I have set it up so that once you buy it, you have it forever. So you can keep going back as much as you want and working through the most amazing workbook, and working through that workbook as often as you need, because there's a lot about positive thinking there too.
Yeah, sounds amazing, Sharon. So tell me, how did you get started in all this? I mean, you had a nursing background, wasn't that right?
Right. I was in the NHS for 31 years, John. I was a midwife and then latterly a health visitor. But this changed my life to such a degree that I thought, oh my goodness, look at how many other people I could change. Look at how many other people I could help. And I tried it out with my friends and they loved it. So I knew it just wasn't me. And then I went away and got trained by Marie Kondo in London. And she's amazing, John. She really is.
Yeah.
And then, so there's a whole big process to become registered, to become certified. And I'm now a gold certified KonMari consultant and soon to be platinum. So I'd say another month and I will be platinum. So it's an honor to be a KonMari consultant, especially during these days.
Yeah, fantastic, Sharon. And does Marie Kondo, does she only select certain people to obviously she's got her brand, her own brand, so she only selects certain people to be consultants, yeah?
Well, I don't think I was the chosen one, but I have to say now, I am loving it, John. In order to become her consultant, it's quite a difficult process. You have to go to the seminar, and then you have to take on 2 clients and do their entire homes, and submit reports into them. Those reports have to be verified. And then you have an exam and an interview. So it's no easy feat to get where I am, but I have loved every part of it. Oh, it's been amazing.
Yeah. And is there more consultants in this part of the world, Sharon, or are you the only one in Ireland, are you?
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm following in the footsteps of the most wonderful woman, Vera Cuhone from Cork, actually. And Vera has been an amazing help to me as I started off. She qualified the year before me, actually. And I think maybe there's 2 others now in Ireland, but there's 4. I think there's 4 of us all together now. I'm the only one in the north. But because of virtual, we can work anywhere. Absolutely anywhere. Whenever this opens up again, I will be going back into homes with my team and KonMariing homes within a full week. So from Monday to Friday, 9 to 3, by the time we leave on a Friday, their entire homes will be decluttered, organized, and they can put their feet up.
Yeah. Sounds amazing, Sharon. But it's not only their home that you're decluttering, it's their mind also, yeah.
John, the longer I'm doing this, the more I'm realizing I'm actually helping them declutter their mind, but having a tidy home as a byproduct of that. So while we are physically moving the items, we're actually emotionally dealing with each item. And that's as important, if not more important, than the physical items. It's almost cathartic, this journey. It's not easy by no means. And I think that's why people call a consultant in to help them, because they'll sit in the middle of the bed and go through the photographs and start reminiscing, and then they'll think, oh, sure, I'm done for today. Whereas at least whenever we're in there, we're sort of the accountability partner, the motivator, and that's the beauty of having us in.
Yeah. So I mean, emotional intelligence, Sharon, is a huge subject now in the coaching world. I mean, all the modern coaching models are all emotional intelligence is one of the key aspects of it. Yeah. So you would, I guess you probably describe yourself as an emotional intelligence coach as well at this stage.
John, it's just amazing. It really is. And I build up a lovely relationship with each client too. And I suppose confidentiality is at the very heart of what we do. What's discussed with the client, there is absolutely no way that any of it's discussed with anybody, and that's the beauty of it. So clients know they can be truthful, they can dig deep, they can be honest, because this goes no further. This is the beauty of doing what I did. And I suppose I'm drawn from all those years' experience as a nurse. That was at our very core, and the principles, confidentiality, and so I know no different.
Yeah, and that's your sort of, I guess that's your driving force, Sharon, that sort of genuine willingness to help people to transform their lives, improve their lives.
Yeah, and you know what, John? I often say I'm standing with them at the very end of this, clapping like a seal. I get as much enjoyment out of seeing their transformation, both physically and mentally, as you do. And I love, love, love seeing that transformation. And there's always a stage within our session that it just clicks with them. And especially now that we're doing it in virtual, there's times maybe the client will just stop dead. And I think, oh, has the connection gone? I had a beautiful client actually way back at the start of lockdown who we were doing her clothes. And she said to me, I don't like any of my clothes, Sharon, I really don't. This is the same client that a couple of hours later, she was hanging them back up on her wardrobe, and she stopped dead. And I thought, oh my goodness, I've lost connection. Past no remarks. And she turned around and she says to me, Sharon, I feel like I'm in a boutique looking at all my beautiful clothes. Now that to me was just priceless. This was the lady who thought she had nothing nice to wear. She was stuffing everything into the wardrobe, but she had nothing that she would have chosen. And she said it was as though she was in a boutique looking at her gorgeous clothes.
Wow. What has changed? Yeah. So like that whole thing about the emotional attachment to things, Sharon, that's like, so how do you get people to sort of see that for themselves?
Well, I suppose we talk a lot about gratitude. We are grateful for the things that we have in our life, and we don't talk about getting rid of stuff, which is normally what you would think about whenever you're doing a clear out. We talk about keeping those things that you absolutely love. So you're surrounding yourself with things that spark joy. And whenever you're doing that, John, your vibrations are a lot higher. You're also attracting more of those like items in. And it's just beautiful. You can see even the way they carry themselves, everything changes about them. You see that shift whenever we are in the middle of the session again, because they're concentrating on things they love, and they're just thanking the things that they're not keeping, either for keeping them warm, showing them that didn't suit them or they don't like them, and then letting them go to somebody else. And that's beautiful. So gratitude and joy are big, big parts of what we do. And it keeps us more introspective, more mindful, especially whenever we go shopping now. We don't then go out and buy willy-nilly or buy 5 for £1 because it's enough. on offer. We only buy now if we absolutely love it.
Yeah.
We know we'll keep it in our home. So while it might seem a bit of a waste to let items go initially, we know we will never, ever, ever get back to where we were. And that's lovely.
Yeah. So you're actually teaching people on another level, Sharon, about gratitude and about I guess value of everything in their lives, not just not to see them as just items, but to see them as part of their life and see the value of things.
Yeah, because quite often what's happening is we go into a shop to buy something and it's shiny and it's new and you get carried away and you think, oh, I really have to get it. By the time you're walking out the door, your heart sank. You think, oh, what am I going to do with it? Where am I going to put it? And you know you'll never put it on you. You'll never wear it. You'll never put it out. And a lot of the time it goes into the back of the wardrobe. So what we do is, and this happens almost organically, John, because we are concentrating on those lovely items that we really want, we're then placing value on, we then get to know what we love. We then place value on what we have, and we know that we don't want to bring anything else into our home that doesn't give us that same feeling. So it's beautiful, it really is.
Yeah. So it's like a different mindset around even when you go shopping, like your whole mindset changes automatically almost.
Totally. I remember whenever I was doing this myself, and I would have been great for bargains. I loved a bargain, and I would have been at the front of any queue, ready for that twice a year, buying for the whole family. But I never, then whenever I would have went through the clothes, I realized we wore hardly any of those bargain items. They were bought in a whim. And the day that I did my clothes, I vowed I would never, ever buy like that again. So I think that overwhelm, you need to get that overwhelmed and think, wow, what happened there? And ever since that, I did say actually on my social media last week, that's the only downside that there is. I don't buy anything now unless I absolutely love it. So I've moved into my house now 3 years and I haven't been able to buy a light for my front living room. So if that's the only downside, I'm up for that. Now I've just bought it, but it took me 3 years to find the right one because I know what it's like to waste money, time and effort. And I thought I'm never going to go back and do that again. So it's lovely from that point of view.
Yeah. So there you go, Sharon. You give them a financial education as well.
The money they will save, John, is amazing. I had one client who sold a lot of her items and she made £1,300 just on her clothes.
Wow.
So I mean, you're going to, not only are you going to be mindful whenever you're shopping, you can then either donate or you can sell. It's up to the person themselves. But we help them with all that signposting.
Yeah, so you're actually creating another feel-good factor there in the fact that they can actually donate unwanted items to charity and things like that. So there's another joyful part of what you're doing.
Isn't that the truth, John? Because there's nothing worse than having something in your wardrobe that you don't love, that your heart sinks whenever you open it. You knew you spent a fortune on for that wedding that you didn't really like wearing it anyway. But because you spent so much money in it, you don't want to let it go. But wouldn't it be beautiful, beautiful to give that to somebody who would so appreciate that, who would wear it and walk out with such pride? And that's, I suppose, they get that good, feel-good feeling, knowing that somebody else needs that and wants it and will love it, which is great.
Yeah, fantastic, Sharon. So tell me, how do people get in touch with you, or what sort of clients are you interested in working with, Sharon?
Anybody who feels overwhelmed, who knows that they, I suppose, aren't organised, but they want to be organised. And it's only whenever you're ready, please come to me. There's clients, I suppose, that really want to do it, but aren't in a place yet to do it. If that's the case, my 4-week course is brilliant. And that's education by SharonMcNulty.com. You can buy it there. Anybody else who thinks, right, okay, I'm ready to do this, I need to do this, contact me, and without a shadow of a doubt, I will get you started. So info@serenitysparksjoy.co.uk, or just you can DM me on any of my social media, Serenity Sparks Joy. but I'd be delighted, absolutely delighted.
And then you work with the corporates, Sharon, and you'll design a program for all the staff. And
that's right, and that's tailor-made. As I was saying earlier, we do the workshop for everybody, and we talk them through how to declutter. But it goes deeper than that, John. I want people to work safely, to work efficiently, effectively, and to be motivated to want to get to the kitchen table because they know that it's streamlined and to make it work for them. Yeah. So again, info@serenitysparksjoy.co.uk, and you can contact me there, no bother.
Yeah, brilliant, Sharon. I love this. And I mean, the reason why I'm so interested in this, because the whole Holistic Academy is all about holistic lifestyle, if you like. And this is like a really strong holistic way of looking at your life, right across from your home to your work to the way your mind works, empowering people. So that's why I'm so interested in what you do, Sharon. It's brilliant. I think it's amazing. Yeah.
Isn't it great, John? And it's giving people the skills that they can then take that forward and help others.
Yeah.
Just lovely.
Brilliant. Sharon, listen, what we'll do is we'll put all the details in the comments for anyone who's listening to this, and so that they can get a hold of you. I think it's amazing the work you do. I think it's incredible, and I wish you every success, Sharon. Thank you so much for being my guest today on the Holistic Academy.
John, thanks a million for having me, and it was lovely to be able to tell others about the difference it can make for them too.
Brilliant. Sharon, we'll talk to you very soon. Thank you so much.
John, thank you.
Bye-bye.